Now, the Pac-12, been a really rough offseason for them. Do you have that graphic? USC played last week. The Pac-12 went 12-0. 12-0. 13-0 counting USC in winning their first game. They did not lose a game, and this is a stat marking the first time that every team in the conference, the Pac-12, won its opening game since 1932 when some of those schools were not even in the conference.
Yeah, that's a great deal for them. You just wish there wasn't the asterisk next to it, for everything that has, yet to begin, which is all of the changes. And it'd be a lot better if, would it be, though, as noticeable if there weren't the things to come as far as, the disbanding of the conference or all the teams that are leaving? I think it does make it more notable because now we're focused far more on them. But regardless, that's perfect, literally. A 13-0 through the first, week 0 with USC playing an extra game already. And then, this week 1, and USC was dominant. Utah looked really, really good against Florida. Arizona State did not look good. That's something to watch against Southern Utah. That was not the prettiest game, but I also know that there was, I think it was a delay, and it just it wasn't a pretty game for Kenny Dillingham in his debut. But they still won, and that's really what matters in week number 1. But yeah, they handled their business. Washington struggled to pull away at least early on with Boise State, but eventually they turned that into a blowout game. Oregon threw 81 up on Portland State.
Speaking of that, hold on one second. Put up the note about the Oregon mascot. They scored 81 points, and here's a note. Because of the points they scored and because of the tradition of the Duck mascot doing push-ups, he ended up 546 push-ups in that game for Oregon in the route that they had against Portland State.
Yeah, that's got to be exhausting. And if I know West Texas climate's a little bit different than here, but if they go hang 81 on Texas Tech's defense, we might not have a backup mascot because they might pass out in this heat from those push-ups. But no, they looked really good. Colorado obviously was a huge win for the conference, but again, it's one of those like the Big 12 also kind of cheers that on as well, right? Because it's like, hey, that's going to be ours soon, and that was a Big 12 preview with Colorado and TCU. Cal handled North Texas. Washington State handled Colorado State. Arizona blew out Northern Arizona. So, UCLA, eventually pulled away against Coastal Carolina with a big fourth quarter. But, yeah, it was a nice weekend. And, it's going to be one of those things where you're kind of, cheering it, I guess, if you're a Pac-12 fan, certainly, but also – it's weird.
It's surreal, yeah.
Yeah, because, it's like one less week of the Pac-12 existing, basically, and this is the end of it. So, hey, maybe like they expected, it's going to be this great story where they've got multiple playoff contenders, and it's the most exciting, fun conference in the world. Time will tell there, but as far as week 1, yeah, they definitely have reasons to pump their chest a little bit.
Mac Brown became the